So, this is our first podcast, the pilot podcast of Let's Talk Ball. What are you guys saying about that?
Yeah, it's exciting. Can't wait to get started on this brand new adventure we're having. We need a bit of football chat, I think.
We do. Yeah.
It'll be interesting.
Yeah, man.
Very interesting.
Yeah, exactly.
You know,
So-
how United are going to be like finishing below all of us.
Oh, don't know about that.
Well, it's a bit early for those digs, my friend. I
It's
think.
a bit early.
Nah, United
Still
probably
early
will
days.
finish below Wolves, I bet you.
I don't think we need arguments in the
It's
radio
coming-
office.
that's,
Nah.
that's coming from a Liverpool fan as well.
Let's calm it down, boys.
It's already heated as it is.
We may as well
Size.
introduce ourselves anyway and just tell the audience what teams we support as well. So if you want to go first, Brian.
Yeah, you can tell by the accent, I support Man United.
There's a lot of them support United, of course. Then again, I've got a bit of an accent myself and I support Liverpool. My name's Ahmed, by the way.
You can tell there's going to be some rivalry with that straight away. So I'm Samuel. I support two teams, Manchester United and Stoke. Yeah.
Really?
Mm.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm Jack. I don't have an accent, but I support Wolves.
That's fair enough. Right, we're going to get on to a question that I'm. You know my answer straight away. Who's your favourite player? It can be past or present.
I can answer that, and I will definitely answer 1966 was a great year for English football because Eric Cantona was born.
I have to give it
I
to you.
agree.
I have to give it to you that is a fucking cracking answer. That
I
is.
thought you were going to say
The king.
1966 because, England won the World Cup.
Forget England. Eric Cantona
It's all
is
about
a
Cantona.
Great
god
player.
to me.
Great
He is
player.
a god,
Alright, well,
Best number 7 at United ever.
without a shadow of a doubt. And Leeds gave him to us for pocket money, and he made Man United. Cantona made the club what it is or what it was a few years ago,
Yeah.
without a doubt.
No, I agree.
So that's my answer, Eric the King.
How about you, Ahmed?
well, mine was obvious, Steven Gerrard.
Yeah.
Like, there's no question about it. Like, Steven Gerrard is probably like the best Liverpool player in my generation, considering how long he's been playing for the club and how he's been the captain, how he helped win the Champions League against Milan. You know, the leadership.
And how he slipped.
She slipped over.
But
No.
then again, though, minus that though, you can't deny that he deserved to win the Premier League. Maybe he didn't, but still.
Yeah.
His
I
last-
just
give you
wondered
that.
on that. How many Premier League titles did Gerrard win at Liverpool?
Yeah, I knew you were going to mention that, but don't forget though, at least he won a couple of Champions
We,
League.
we,
Sorry,
yeah,
I was-
but we can't forget the the last game against United. His heat map, on, off,
Yeah.
just one straight line.
Yeah.
That was.
I
it,
just
like,
wanted an
yeah.
answer to my
Yeah.
question, but my Liverpool supporter,
I can't.
he
answer it.
chose to avoid the answer. But I'm used to that from Liverpool fans. When they used to wave their 17 titles and then Man U beaten by 18 and suddenly they're all
Right.
quiet.
Now you're mentioning that though. then again, it's more important about the future than it is about the past. At this point right now, Liverpool are a much more better team than United. And you can't deny that.
At this moment in time, I'll give you that.
Exactly. Liverpool probably are going to contend for the title this
But we've got
season.
the
Who
squad.
has won the most cups in the last 3 years? Liverpool, Man United.
Wolves.
In your dream.
Alright, fair enough.
We won
yeah.
the biggest cup there is.
Liverpool haven't won anything there recently.
So you're actually agreeing with me? They've won less than
But
Man
then
United.
again, now I'm saying though, Liverpool are going to be a much more better team in the future. They're going a bit more. They're probably going in a better place than United are at this moment. That's what I'm saying.
I don't know about
Well,
that.
you don't know. Look at the table right now, mate.
Yeah.
See, the only thing I feel like Liverpool at the moment can throw at United is you lost to Derby.
Don't.
in the
Don't forget
cup.
as well, if you're saying that Derby, one of the players that scored, Harry Wilson, is a loanee from Liverpool, and he did celebrate with a 5 times at him. So you can rate that. I rate that personally.
It seems to be a little bit heated in the office already, I must admit, and we
It really
still
is.
haven't fully introduced ourselves.
It's gonna get
have
more
we?
heated.
Have we actually introduced ourselves properly yet, everyone?
Kind of. Yeah.
Okay.
Come on then, Sam. Who's your?
This is going to cause controversy. Cristiano Ronaldo.
What a player.
In my opinion, best player ever. Better than Pele, Maradona.
Bit of a heated subject right now, though, isn't it? Really.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
a bit
It
of a-
is.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Oh, better than
he's the
Maradona.
reason I support United.
It's the reason why you support Juventus as well, isn't it?
He's the reason I've got a Juventus shirt. Yeah.
Yeah.
But Ronaldo, superb player.
Amazing.
Ferguson picked him up, took a gamble, brought him in. Everyone laughed at his step overs,
What-
but
yeah,
they
what-
weren't laughing when he wins the Champions League
I know.
and was
one of the best
leaps
kind of
and bounds above other players.
like that is like a real shot in the dark, and that was one of the best shot in the dark. Like look at him now,
definitely.
like he went from United to the best player, one of the best players currently at United, and now he's gone to he went to Madrid, one of the best players there, and now he's at Juve. I don't think he's gonna be the best at Juve though.
It's
I
like
don't think he
Well,
is.
this
I
is
think
interesting.
he's next 3 years maybe retirement.
No,
I don't know.
I was saying this like to Sam yesterday. Like with Ronaldo, it's similar to when Kaká went from Milan to Madrid. At Milan, he was probably one of the greatest players in the world and all that stuff. Now, when he went to Real Madrid, he was still a decent player, but it wasn't on that sort of level because he was getting older and stuff.
Well, this is the thing. We're seeing a different side to Ronaldo now. He's assisting a lot more. He's not as selfish. He's acknowledged his dribbles aren't working. I'll admit that. Messi's better at dribbling.
I think he's adapted his game.
That's the thing.
That's because
which
he's
is
up
good,
against
which
players.
shows he's got a brain on his shoulders.
Yeah,
as well.
he's
I think
become
he
more
keep-
central.
I think he keeps himself fit.
It's 'cause he realises-
which gives you longevity, like Ryan Giggs. You look after your body. Coming from
Exactly.
me, that's quite laughable. But you look after your body, moving forward. Yeah, Ronaldo's got it. Even though I prefer looking at Messi on a football pitch as a player, because he glides.
He does glide.
I mean,
But
Ronaldo's come to the point now where he's realising he's coming up against players like Mbappe.
Yeah.
Like that kid is gonna be like the next Ronaldo, Messi, and all
Well, I was
those
gonna
put together.
move on to that because although Ronaldo got off to a pretty fast start and showed a lot of progress, Mbappe is just something else.
Oh, I was going to say one more thing about Ronaldo. Don't forget
Yeah.
his reputation is about being a selfish player and all that stuff.
It is. Yeah.
Now, like you're mentioning it, now it's gone to Juventus. He's proving how much of a player he's become in a mature sort of sense.
Yeah, and with that, we've seen 3 different stages. We've seen the young kid who isn't scared to dribble past, do a few step overs, drop the shoulder, just have fun with it. At Madrid, we see this classy player who, scored more goals than he played games, that's just phenomenal. And now at Juventus, we're seeing this player who will now assist as well, because that's been like the downfall of his game. I'll admit that.
He's been there and he's done that now.
This is the thing.
He's just that player that's established himself. His reputation's now that legend. That's been there and done that. He's just there, like, doing whatever.
And he's not scared to switch leagues, and Messi can't say that.
Yeah,
I totally agree. We've gone off track. I
Yeah.
do believe, though, and I still believe we have one of our team here to say his favourite player.
I'm kind of glad you come to me last because I really can't decide.
Never.
can't-
Like, one
Ooh.
of the guys I'm wearing a shirt right now and signed by him. Brian would know who he is. Brian would have seen him play. Number 9.
From Wolves,
Yeah.
Steve Bull.
Came
Mate.
from a rival team.
What a
our
player.
Number 1 rival team.
What a player.
Signed him.
Shame he never played in the Premiership, really.
Exactly. Well, yeah. But the other player is his name's how's that possible? His name's slipped from my mind.
Can't be that important.
He's fantastic.
I was going to say Martino or something. you know.
No.
Neves.
Ex-player, goalkeeper.
What, for Wolves?
I can't think of his name now. He had knee injuries. As soon as he had an injury, he couldn't play anymore. He now commentates for Sky Sports. I say Henry, and I just can't think of his name.
What, Richard Keys was a...
No.
Literally.
Oh, my mind's gone completely blank now.
Sorry, he's still excited about his point at Old Trafford a couple of weeks
Yeah.
ago.
I am.
Still buzzing.
I am. I'm gonna have to, Google it. Goal. I just can't think. Matt Murray.
That's the
Matt
guy.
Murray, that's a name from I've never heard of.
I haven't.
Really? Never heard of
Matt Murray.
Oh, fantastic!
I've never gone past Watford, so I've never.
Matt Murray, fantastic keeper for Wolves. Absolutely fantastic. He was in content. If he didn't have his knee injury, and the manager at the time said if he didn't have his knee injury, he would have been England's goalkeeper. Would have been number 1 England keeper.
Okay.
But he fell to injury, and that's it. He wrote his career completely out, and never played again. And now he works for Sky Sports, and it's just But if I was to have to choose between the two, it'd probably be Steve Bull.
That's fair enough.
Just because of why he played for England, he played for us. He came from our rival team. Same as Cantona, like, you know, we picked him out of nowhere. He was terrible at West Brom, came to Wolves, and then the next day he's playing for England, and he's just a fantastic player. And, yeah.
Well, speaking of playing for England, it was the international break. Let's look at that from England's perspective.
That was amazing because England were absolutely destroying Spain the first half, 3-0. Maybe Spain caught up, made it 3-2, but England just outclassed them, in my opinion.
Well, this is the thing. Let's talk about the Croatia game first. 0-0. No atmosphere because no one was allowed in the stadium.
Yeah, it was a closed door match, wasn't it? Which was a bit.
It was funny because I actually read something and somebody put, did it actually exist? There was no goals scored and no one was there to witness it in person.
Exactly. If there was fans there, there would have been goals. Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely would have been goals.
Shout out to the England fans who actually climbed the hill. There's a hill that you can see.
I did see that as well.
You can see into the stadium just about.
Yeah.
And a lot of people went there because they haven't missed an England game in like 7 years.
Fair play.
Yeah.
That's dedication.
That's dedication.
That is dedication.
Yeah, I think it definitely affected the players. I think it always does when
Oh,
there's
yeah.
no fans.
Yeah.
They were told not to swear as well.
Especially when you go to an away game and you take only a few thousand, because you can only take a few thousand. The game's different. Like,
It is.
you could absolutely smash them at home, and that would be because you got like 50,000 fans screaming your name. But then when you go away, you've only got like 1,000 fans screaming. It's like, yeah, you're being shut out by the home team, and just that's why it's always
And in
hard.
this
It's always
case, there
hard
was
to-
like no one.
exactly, yeah. So
It's just-
imagine that though. That is like a proper Sunday league game. Like,
it's weird.
Where you've only got your parents, and the parents are just talking to each other, so they're just mumbling.
Yeah.
Like, that's all you have. You'll have.
But in
like,
this circumstance, in a football stadium, it just echo. Like,
I don't even think it will. You know.
it'd be so weird.
It'd be distracting.
Yeah.
All credit to them, like, because especially the goalkeeper.
And
with that kind
immediately-
of distraction.
This is what I'm saying. We're at a disadvantage. Like, the Croatian players, a lot of them can speak English quite good.
Yeah.
You think you can hear all the players, what they're saying. There's no crowd to block that out.
Yeah.
Yeah. But let's move on to that Spain game because
It
first half,
broke records.
man.
Spain haven't lost at home in an international game since.
1987 or 88, I
Something
believe,
like that.
against England.
Yes.
I think something like that. We haven't beaten them for 30 years.
Oh,
Yeah.
if we'd have played like that at the World Cup,
Oh, mate.
you have to believe we would have won.
Well, that's how we.
thing
That's
is,
how we did
we-
play. But when it came
we
to the World
wanted it
Cup,
more
when
against Spain though.
everyone I've said it to, they've all agreed. When it came to extra time for England, they played for penalties,
Yeah,
and you can't even deny that they played for penalties.
it did look that way. Yeah.
They
You know about the Croatia game?
and the Colombia game, when it went to extra time in Colombia,
Yeah, we scraped past Colombia.
Did we play to win in extra time? No, we played for penalties.
I
We were
think
passing it around. We weren't
Colombia
attacking.
game for me. Colombia
That-
knew we were a
that.
better side, so they tried to kick us off the
Yeah.
park.
Yeah.
But I liked the way we stayed reserved.
Yeah.
We weren't allowed to be baited by them.
No.
They were
And I
kicking
think
us all
that's
over.
because of Southgate.
I mean, Harry Maguire, he took some
Always.
stick,
Man, that's
real
rapid.
stick.
He did.
Harry Kane, but they still stand
See,
up, look at them, and carry on
It's one of
playing.
the. This is one of the most. It was one of the most dirtiest World Cups ever. Like, some of the tackles and
Oh,
they were proper. They were
Is it
proper
Yama
like rugby
that plays
tackling
for
them.
them?
Yeah.
Yama, the centre half, who's just been bought by, I believe, a team in our Premiership.
What,
He's been
Everton?
bought. No, the one who played for Colombia, centre half.
Yes, it was
Yeah,
Everton.
Remina.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
Remina.
Yeah, he's just
Everton.
been bought, hasn't
Yeah,
he?
Yeah,
it,
by
it,
Everton.
was,
Remina,
it was
yeah.
between Barca and Everton, and he went to Everton.
Yeah.
There are going to be some scores settled in the Premiership this year with
yeah.
him,
Yeah.
without a shadow of
I will
doubt.
say though, I do rate him as a centre back.
He's good. That's
Mm.
why. Of it, what,
He scored against us
You
anyway.
Yeah,
can't
but
not-
then he
you
played for
can't say a player's
Barcelona,
not.
and then like he
that's the thing.
wasn't good enough for him apparently. That's what they were
Yeah.
thinking.
But you can't say a player's not good enough, or isn't a good player if a team like Barca doesn't put a bid in for them. If Barca's putting a bid for them and you win it, you can't turn around and go, "Nah, he's no good. He's useless."
Well, he's
Like,
actually
hold
played
on.
for Barca. He did
Yeah,
go to
yeah,
there
Barca.
you
yeah,
go.
played for half
Yeah.
the
Barca,
season.
but yeah, exactly. Like he played for Barca.
I think he's on loan from Barcelona now to Everton
I think they're
with
permanent.
an option to
No,
buy.
no,
I'm
because
sure.
Yeah,
I
he
think
is.
Gomez is definitely on loan,
He's on loan
but
as
I
well.
don't know if Mina is
No.
already permanent or.
I'm sure there's an option
no,
for
I'm-
Everton
I'm
to buy
sure he's
23 million or something.
Either
and
way,
that's a bargain for
Either
him.
way,
Yeah.
it probably is going to end up at Everton if he's on loan. That is because there is an option to buy if it was a loan.
Yeah.
But I didn't. I thought it was permanent. Me
So
personally.
did I thought it was. I thought he was permanent.
We
then
might need
already.
to check that up.
Yeah,
actually.
that's our
But
bad, to be
overall,
fair.
though, with England, I've got to say, I'm really impressed with the team we've got. We're playing with a team. What's the average age now? 22, 23, something
It's
like
a young
that.
team.
We're playing
They were the youngest team in the World Cup, and we got to the
semi-finals.
semi-finals.
You know what though? Coming to talk about level, was it England and that? You got to credit Spurs though because of a majority of that spine of that team.
Oh yeah, it's
Yeah,
Spurs.
it's got a lot of
Yes.
talent.
I mean, I don't really like Spurs as it is, but as a team with all these English talent, if it weren't for the Spurs, like England wouldn't have that
Well,
much.
that's
in their
down. We've got to thank Mauricio Pochettino for that,
Yeah,
because
that is
he
true.
gives English youth a chance.
Well, yeah,
But also, we've had Gareth Southgate teaching these kids since they're 15, 16.
Yeah,
Yeah,
We've had
that's
the
a big
Premiership
plus.
now for what, 30 years? We haven't seen the money filter through. We haven't seen real investment because teams go out and they buy these expensive players.
exactly.
But I think now we're seeing all this money spent on the FA Centre of Excellence. These kids are coming through, they're playing a certain system which countries like Brazil, Italy have done since they're kids. You get them playing the same way from 12 years old. When they get to 17, 18, 19, they break into the first team. They know what they're doing. They're in that system.
exactly. It's
sorry,
in
I
their
just
brain.
want to say like quickly that Euromina, it's a permanent transfer. It's not a loan.
Yeah, that's
He
fair enough.
It is,
He's
yeah.
definitely
30
going to
million.
Everton. So I just
yeah.
want to clear that up.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, talk about the World Cup. Like, obviously, England got the furthest they have done in a long time. They've restored the faith in the fans that next World Cup we could with a shout of it. We've never lost to France in the World Cup, so that was like
It would have been an interesting
if we
final.
got to the final. It would have been very interesting because they've got Pogba, Mbappe, they've got all these amazing players. It would have been brilliant. But like, I'm looking forward to the next World Cup because it's Christmas. For us, it'll be Christmas time.
Don't forget,
It's
you-
in Qatar, isn't it?
You've got
Yeah,
more
over
players
there it's-
developing, so you got Gomez could be a great player, Alessandro Arnold could be a great player. You got Sancho who plays for Borussia Dortmund, who could be an absolute amazing player in the future. So with the players,
could
already
see
there-
this at the
and
Euros.
all credit to him. He's
Yeah.
the first child to play for the
from
first England
2000.
team who was born in 2000.
Don't forget
like,
as well.
I
Speaking
know.
of that, Ryan Sessegnon as well for left back, he could
Yeah,
be amazing.
yeah,
Don't
definitely.
forget, you already got the players already there, like Sterling. You got Harry Kane could be decent, maybe even better.
Oh God.
You got
He's got the
Come on, he did score. He did score.
That was a
cracker
belter.
against Spain.
and
Where did that
I
come
agree
from?
he scored, but the thing that impressed me was Sterling. There was an incident in the second half where he was trying to get tackled, and I actually see Sterling use a bit of strength, put his shoulder in,
Yeah.
hold the man off, and he actually got touched and didn't fall over.
I think he was trying to make a
Sterling
point.
did not
He-
fall
he-
over.
That's
I
breaking
was
news in
you know,
itself.
shocked.
Because that's his first goal for England.
In 2 years, was it?
3
3 years.
3 years, I think.
Wow.
It was.
I mean,
Three-
when Sterling was absolutely amazing for England was when he was playing for Liverpool. I reckon it's his fault because he shouldn't have gone to City. He should have stayed at Liverpool if he wanted to develop properly as a player.
See,
but
I don't know because he's won
I
the
must
Premier
say,
League
players leave Liverpool to win Premiership titles.
and he's done it.
Yeah,
because
he's
you
done
get
it.
stuck in a
Alright.
system, and
no,
See-
maybe he done it, but then again, as a player in his sort of sense, for him to develop, it would be a better idea to stay at Liverpool rather than go to Man City.
I mean, yeah, but even Michael Owen left and won a title at Man U.
I mean, I
don't even bring that up, man. Don't even
Like-
bring that up.
when Gerrard left.
Oh, I'm digging my friend here. There's no fighting in the office yet. We've
See,
only been
not
here
just
20
yet.
minutes.
See, I don't. Honestly, I really believe that when Gerrard left Liverpool, the season he left after the next season, I genuinely thought they were going to win it, just because this idol, this man left his club he's played for, and I genuinely thought they were going to win it.
I don't really know about that, to be honest.
You finished quite low, but I was thinking, I just thought it was going to be funny because I honestly just thought it was going to be quite funny that.
Well, because Gerrard leaves.
Yeah,
he
Gerrard
thinks
leaves,
great player now.
and then Liverpool all of a sudden win a Premier League, and he's like, oh.
Can you
If
imagine?
I stayed one more season, I would.
I mean, you know that you're saying that actually, like, now you bring up Marco Owen. When Marco Owen went to Real Madrid, that season when he went there, Liverpool won the Champions League. So then, he missed out on that sort of sense. So
Yeah.
it has happened before in a way. So
But I've been saying, going back to the comment earlier, that the next tournament for England, I've been saying that for the last 20 years. The next tournament for England. But I will agree with what's been said here that England fans have a bit of hope now, and I can see a rosy future if we keep Southgate, who wasn't my first choice, but
I don't think he was anyone's.
The players
was a
seem
choice.
to
No, it's a
like him. The
surprise.
players work for him. I mean, everyone, Harry Redknapp, we wanted him. We wanted Clough before that, Venables. But this guy, he's trained them, and yeah, I like him. I
he's done
agree. The
something magic.
future
Yeah.
looks
Yeah.
rosy.
I can see next 12 years' time we'll have another star above our badge. Oh, I really
hope
do.
so.
Let's
I
hope
really
so,
do
let's hope
think.
so.
I honestly thought we'd have another star above our badge this year, but obviously we fell short to it. But no, next
Like
12
we've said,
years.
Qatar will be really interesting.
Oh, it will.
I mean,
I mean,
It
how
really
old?
will.
How old will Sancho be?
he probably
What
would
is he
be
now?
like
18.
He's 18 now, so that's
But,
when's the World
yeah.
Cup? The next one's 2022, isn't it? So
Yeah.
he'd be
Yeah.
like 21, 22 maybe.
The players now who are starting to break the first team, they are the players that more than likely Southgate will be taking with him to the next World Cup.
I mean, players like Maguire will be reaching their prime.
Oh, Harry
And that's
Maguire,
just-
though. I absolutely love him. I mean, he should be playing for Leicester, in my opinion. I mean, I don't know why he didn't end up going to United. In that
Well, we were on about this
summer.
before.
Wow.
It's
I
like the Stones situation.
I actually nearly agreed with Ahmed. Then what's going on? I'm
I don't
I'm
think
dream with him.
In my eyes, if he goes to United while Mourinho's there, he will just Mourinho will ruin him like he's ruined Sanchez.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Sanchez
Sanchez
killed
already was
Sanchez
doing,
is
though, in my
ruined.
opinion.
How do you? I've got to come back on that. How do you think Mourinho has ruined Sanchez? What's he done that you think he's ruined him?
He just doesn't.
It's
when
the
he played-
negative formations.
Yeah, when he played
Yeah.
at Arsenal, all right, he may not have scored a lot of goals. He assisted. He may not have assisted, but he just seemed to play a lot better than he did at United. The past season or two at United, he just
To be fair, at Arsenal, he
it's
did
not the
play at
Sanchez I
striker.
know.
I think he was freer at Arsenal, but that's why Arsenal never win anything, because they're too free. They've got
Yeah.
great
Yeah.
flowing football, they never win.
They've
I've
got a
always
good. They've got a
felt
good track at the
You
moment, though.
build a team from the back, you get your defence set up, you get your holding midfielders set up, then you work on your forward play. I think at the moment with Mourinho, he's just got the media on his back, everyone's on his back, and Pogba thinks he's a superstar and just stroll around the park and do whatever he does. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
you play to a system.
Yeah,
you
no
might have
player
won the
is bigger
World
than the
Cup.
club.
Exactly.
Oh yeah, no
And-
player is bigger than
And
the
we
club.
need a Ferguson type at Man U to just cut some people.
Yeah,
in my
that,
opinion.
that's the thing.
Definitely.
When
And I would personally, if Roy Keane, can we please have him back? Because he would
He'd
just.
talk some sense into him.
I don't think we've got a strong drip. We haven't got any character in the dressing room now to go. What are you doing? Pulling the shirt, pulling them in place.
We had
What
Ferdinand,
are-
people like that.
Ferdinand. You know,
Carrick.
Carrick.
You could
Ince.
say Scholes.
It just
Mm.
goes on and on of players that are just tell them, what are you doing? You don't need your manager.
Exactly. Yeah.
You know, players sort it out in the dressing room, don't they?
Mm.
What you doing, mate? Say it to them. Look at
Yeah.
them. But at the moment, they're swanning around.
Taking selfies after games.
And what was Keane saying about these, the prawn sandwiches and the kids? You know, these kids stroll into these training grounds now in their Bentleys.
Yeah.
They're on £2 million a year.
That's the thing. They're seeing
They're
the
eight-
money before.
They're 18 years old.
Yeah.
But as Keane said, what have they won? What have they
It's
done?
true.
Nothing. You've done nothing yet.
This is the thing.
These people in the crowd that pay to watch these games would give their right arm to step in that shirt and play.
You know that you're saying
Exactly.
that about United. I mean, back in when Ferguson was the manager, like in his prime, look at all the players that they had in there. You had Ferdinand, you had Scholes, you had Giggs, you had, Beckham was there early days.
Keane,
Yeah.
Dennis Irwin,
They had,
Andre
Gary Neville as
Kanchelskis,
well. You know, that was the base in
Jesper
that
Olsen,
team.
Teddy Sheringham. I mean, it just
The
goes.
list goes on.
Ole
That was the base
Gunnar
in that team.
Solskjaer.
You had Vidic as well playing for them. That was all.
Oh,
Vidic.
Vidic.
Oh.
We miss him.
There's so many leaders in that team.
Yeah.
Now with United now, they're not like that anymore. I mean, Pogba, you could say has leadership sort of attributes.
He's
but at
got the
same time,
qualities.
Look at him. He's too busy, having haircuts and trying to show up and trying to dab in front
Mate, I
of
agree.
Yeah.
Before he even joined us, and he's now, he's saying, "Oh, I've done my hair," and it's just, mate,
But is that the way that the game is going?
which is terrible.
Mm.
I've actually lost a bit of relation to these players now. How can you relate when you've got a couple of kids trying to take them to a football match? It costs you £200 for your free tickets. I went to Arsenal last year, £7.50 for an hot dog.
Yeah.
You're paying £6.50
stupid.
for a pint.
No, no.
So before you even think about it, you know, that's the £300 day. And I'm sorry, a working man taking home average is about, what, £350? So that's your week's wage to take your kids. And you got these, some of them, Sanchez, he's not interested. There's no passion.
I saw an article.
I mean, it's completely different for me when I go to a game. Like if I go to, obviously Wolves, they're not in the situation at the moment, and I don't think they will be in a situation where they can afford to start throwing money about and charging ridiculous money. But for me, my dad and my granddad who always go, I think we look at about, I want to say it's about 60, 80 quid for us all three to go, and then when we get there, the pints are still like £3-4. So it's not expensive for us, but that is gonna go, or the price is gonna go up because of the way we're going.
It's the status, of the club,
and the stadium's gonna get built up a bit more. They want to make it into a shoehorn, leave the South Bank detached from the stadium, going to fix in the two corners, and that's obviously going to raise more money. Price is going to go up, but at the moment, I'm appreciating the fact that it's, for me, it's only about 20 quid for me to go to a game.
Because like the Molineux at the moment, I've seen it before when because you know Wolverhampton University is right next to it, so I saw the Wolves Stadium there. It's pretty gappy, like, you know, the corners and stuff, like you got like the stand like that, and then there's nothing there.
Yeah, they're filling in the two corners up at the North Bank, and then leave the South Bank detached because that's where
the clubs in the Premiership, though, I've got to say, Wolves is the team that I think they're on the up. They've got a manager that knows what they're doing. Yet again, a good system. The crowd's
and
behind
we saw this
them.
at City.
They really are the new Man City.
You came to Old Trafford, and I've got to be honest, we've got £150 million worth of talent, and that Martino played us off the park. Wolves should have won that
honestly,
game.
It was one of those games where United came away with a point, and United fans actually are happy with a point.
I was over the moon with a point.
Because, in all fairness, the City United game, I was expecting to, be turned over. City especially, 5-0 at home. Yeah, fine, happy with that. We went 1-0 up against them for the first, and we were up 1-0 for like 5-10 minutes, and I was like, hold on, we've got a good chance of beating them now. What is this like? And last season we were the only team to take them to penalties into a league cup game. And then to prove the point that we can still do that in the league as well, it does speak volumes to people.
But you win a game, then you win another game, and you keep the same team, you win another game.
We haven't changed our team
win
in the last
couple
6.
of games, take players out, you lose momentum. As soon as you lose momentum,
you lose a game.
Absolutely. But Wolves, they're
unchanged in 6, I believe it is now.
I mean, it's the players that they got on Wolves though. Like, for example, Ruben Neves joined them in the Championship. Neves was won by Juventus, he was won by Chelsea, he was won by Liverpool. It made no sense for him to end up at Wolves.
It's true.
It really didn't
it was
make
a brave
any
move.
sense. And then Moutinho as well, Moutinho, he's got loads of experience.
It's when you've been playing FIFA manager mode for like 4 seasons now, you're 4 seasons in, and FIFA just starts making random transfers. That's what the Moutinho transfer was. Just random.
It was. It makes sense in a way because they got that Portuguese connection. But then with Moutinho, he's a Champions League quality player. He's been playing for Monaco. He's been playing for.
Our agent's Ronaldo's agent. So
exactly.
Can expect us to bring in
all the
big
players that
right
they're bringing in. Yeah,
but going back to Neves going to Wolves when they're in the Championship, that just shows the ambition of the club.
That is true.
They attracted him
the season before as well
through this plan that they had. There's a 5-6 year plan.
Exactly. The season before that, we were, I think it was 3 games before the end of the season, we were then told that's it, Wolves are clear, they're not getting relegated. But we finished I think we finished like 6 points away from relegation. The season after, we go and win it by 6 points. It's like,
but you've come back from a club that nearly folded.
Yeah, exactly.
To where you are now in how many years?
7 years ago.
Why are you talking?
7-8 years ago, we were in the Premier League. Then we went down to League One. We almost did the double. We went down twice, and then we almost went back up twice. And then since that, we've just never really been there. We brought in a new manager. We've brought in new players, and now we're looking to fight for Europa, Champions League, Premier League title. Like
at the moment,
and you only just got promoted as well. Don't forget that.
You should be looking the way you're going. For me, I'd be saying between 6 and 10 position. Without a doubt, I think top 6.
In all fairness, I don't want to get my hopes up.
It's still early doors. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But you would be my pick as a dark horse if I was having a bet.
I'm going for. I think we're going to finish 8th 8th to 6th in the table.
And you've got to be happy with that.
Oh, first season
I
back.
think
exactly.
anyone,
It's
like,
decent.
You know,
If someone said to you before the season started, 16th place, you still
You'd still take it.
you
You're in the
miss
league.
it, you'll still take it.
any team from the Championship who's been promoted to the Premier League.
because
Someone
they
said you want
always
to
go
finish 16th.
down. Yeah,
You go, yeah. I mean, normally with an average team who gets promoted from the Championship, they have an amazing first season because no one expects how they play, and then the second season, they're back down in relegation. They're back into the Championship where they belong. And
Another player that you could mention, like Rui Patricio, that's number 1 goalkeeper for Portugal.
Oh, that's a big one.
That was huge.
That was a free transfer, but now there is talks.
They
that
broke some kind of guidelines, didn't they?
There's talks that we're paying 15 million.
And still you'd pay that.
Hold on, 15 million for a Portuguese first team goalkeeper.
Take that.
That's pocket money. That is. That's
Literally.
not
It's fair
even,
enough because
like, you know,
nowadays.
in today's market as well.
I was expecting more, like, because there was talks that there was going to be 30 to 45 million paid.
Yeah, and again,
now-
you'd pay
now-
that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
We would. Like, why would we lose a keeper that's kept us in? Like the first game of the season against Everton, all right, it was terrible, and I will admit it wasn't the best. But the rest of them, he's a different man. He's come out of nowhere. I mean, that save he pulled off against Sterling against City.
It's just
He'd
stupid.
go in top corner and he
Yeah.
got his hand to it and pushed it away. Like, where did this guy come from? Like, wow. Yeah. He's yeah.
I mean, goalkeepers are becoming more appreciated now, I think.
lot.
I mean, don't forget though, Liverpool, when they brought Alisson in, I mean, that was like a big one for Liverpool. The guy was going to go to Real Madrid, but from Real Madrid, instead of going there, he went to Liverpool. Like,
I still think he's a dodgy keeper. Sorry, dodgy keeper.
you would say that though.
He looks full of mistakes because
He's
he's
only
daring.
made-
He's a daring keeper.
He's only made one mistake though.
Yeah, the biggest mistake is the Leicester one.
Yeah, he went.
Yeah.
That was only
But
it.
That's
he
the only
admits that.
mistake. He went to Liverpool.
But the mistake, that mistake, I still don't believe is his fault. That is the defence fault. They didn't look, they didn't assess it. He just got the ball and went, nah, you have it. And it was like, he kind of had to run out because it was either give it away a corner or.
I don't know. I think
mean,
he's one of
to
those
be fair,
keepers
he's
who-
playing behind Van Dijk. 70 million.
Oh.
Come on.
No, Van
Van
Dijk
Dijk
has
should know.
Do you know what?
doing good for him.
As a United fan, I'll
You
say
want him.
Van
You want
Dijk
him.
is actually, yeah,
The
he's
thing
worth
is-
the money.
Like,
The
you
thing
need
is, with
Van
Van Dijk, right, if you look at Man United's defence, who would you rather have? Would you rather have Chris Smalling? Would you rather have, Eric Bailly? Or would you have Van Dijk?
I'll
Van
have-
Dijk is
I'll
better
have
than
Eric
Van Dijk.
Bailly all day long.
Nah.
Eric Bailly's
Eric
quality.
Eric Bailly is alright, but Van Dijk is better. Right? That's my opinion though, and I'm entitled to it. But that's
yeah.
Yeah,
my-
you're entitled to your opinion.
As
You know, I
obviously-
don't agree with it, but-
As the main rivalry here is you three. As an outsider, I have to say, unfortunately, I'm answered. So I just, like, Van Dijk, just
He's quality.
yeah.
Yeah, quality. Sorry, I've got
mean,
a cough. Sorry.
It's 75
Sorry.
million for him to come into Liverpool. Fair enough, that is a lot of money. But at the same time, though, since Van Dijk's come to Liverpool, look at how much the defence has improved.
Yeah.
Liverpool had a much really
wait there.
Hang
dodgy
on,
defence.
your defence has improved. You finished, 25 points behind Man City last year?
this-
Yeah,
whatever
but
it
Man
was.
City was a one-horse race, though.
right.
Like, they're all over the place.
Yeah, it was
Ahmed,
decided.
this is a
to be
good
fair.
question for these two, right?
Right.
Who would you rather have? You've got a choice between two defenders. Who would you
Go
rather
on.
have? Van Dijk or Vincent Kompany?
Ooh.
That's a good question.
Vincent Kompany all day long. He's a leader.
It depends.
He's a leader. Absolute leader.
Put it there. Like, yeah, Van Dijk's good, but
The thing is,
Vincent
company's falling
Kompany.
off a little bit
And
now.
plus-
no,
his
but
injury
like,
prone as well.
Maybe when he's-
Vincent Kompany a few years ago when he
Yeah,
was.
yeah.
In his
I'd
prime,
take
yeah,
that
in his
then.
prime,
Yeah.
Company's got that bit extra. I wouldn't say personally as a Man U fan, Roy Keane was a world-class player,
Yeah.
but the extra talent that he brought to the table in
He
just
was- he was-
strength,
And the
He was a
presence in the dressing room.
desire,
He was an-
presence on the pitch.
Yeah.
He was an
I
amazing.
think
captain.
Company's got that,
Yeah.
and
He
that
has.
makes him that player that
You
he's
know,
got.
you know who's actually fallen off the side of the earth from City? Hart.
Yeah, but
He
Joe Hart.
went on loan and now he got bought by Burnley for 3 million or
Yeah.
whatever, 5 million. Who would expect
I
that
know.
from Hart?
It was that season on loan at Torino. That
It's
killed
ruined him.
Yeah.
It's ruined him.
He just should have kept his mouth shut and not argued with the manager.
yeah, because he would have had a few appearances that season for City.
Yeah, that was a bad season for City.
Yeah, with Bravo.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah, the one Bravo, yeah.
It's a bad idea. Like, I don't know what was going through his head, like to sign Bravo. Like, I didn't quite understand it.
The signing of Edison though,
Yeah,
that made up for it
changed
That
it.
massively.
That
That did
changed
improve.
the
But going
table.
back to goalkeepers then, here's the thing. I said earlier that goalkeepers are now more appreciated in today's market. They used to be like really cheap, didn't they? Goalkeepers.
Oh,
Yeah, now
compared
they're
to
expensive.
attacking
they're
or
still-
outfield
I mean, they're
players.
still kind of cheap.
Yeah, they're
now,
cheaper.
but
you look at the fee that Chelsea paid for that
No,
Kepa
you say that,
Arrizabalaga
though.
or something
you,
like
You
that.
say that though. How much was Alisson when you came to Liverpool? That was about 60 mil. wasn't it?
Again, yeah, but
That's a
clubs
lot
are
of money.
prepared now,
it's a lot of money.
and the
for a
role of the keeper's
goalkeeper.
changed.
Yeah.
It's not a lot of money for a normal player. It's a lot of money for a goalkeeper.
Yeah,
that's the thing.
that's the key thing.
That's
Yeah.
fair enough. Then, yeah.
60 million is like 120 million for a normal player, really.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Like, it's just
The game's changed.
Yeah.
Like
It's
the role of a
difficult to
goalkeeper is
explain.
no longer just to save shots.
no.
It's to create attacks.
Yeah.
And an
'Cause-
assist like
'cause
Edison.
If they can, because they're now seeing, Sterling's out far on the right wing. He's clear. If I get the ball to him, he can get it down the wing. cross it
Exactly.
in.
Yeah.
Sane can get onto the ball, bang, or whoever.
It's
get onto the
keepers
back
who are
of the
good
net.
with their feet that excel now.
And that's why
Exactly.
Guardiola wanted Edison, and he thought that Claudio Bravo was going to be that player, but Bravo was just terrible when it came to making saves. So
Yeah.
that's why Edison came
But,
in
like,
instead.
It's yeah. as
He
you
was good
say,
at Barca,
Yeah, at Barca he was the
Mm.
number one goalkeeper. He was
Yeah.
like probably one of the best goalkeepers in the world at that time.
and maybe you could argue he shouldn't have moved to City.
Yeah, that is a good argument because that has ruined his career now.
Mm.
Going to Man City.
Was he still there at City?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's still there.
Bench
He's like the number
warmer.
2 goalkeeper. Yeah.
Is he on the bench? I thought he was
But he is.
reserve on the bench.
I was going to say he's knocking on a bit, but for a keeper, they can go until like
Look at
30,
Buffon.
No.
40.
You're
yeah.
saying
Look at
that.
Buffon.
You're saying that knocking on for a bit. Buffon is 40 on FIFA, mate. He's still rated 88.
Yeah. But
Very
Buffon's
much.
still
And-
quality.
And Buffon, everyone, he said he was retiring from football, and then a week later he signs for PSG.
I mean,
Yeah, I know.
that's some
what
turnaround.
happened in a week? Like what?
Yeah.
In it, though.
Like he was sat there. He retired on. Let's say he retires on the Sunday. He gets the weekend to himself.
Hold on, I've just noticed
Offer
something.
from PSG.
I've just noticed
By,
something,
by,
right?
by the Monday he's there bored. I know. Yeah, I've spotted that. He's got a lead.
Yeah. Brian, right? He supports Man United, but he
Right.
has a lighter.
We're gonna have
that
to, when he
says
comes
Leeds
back.
United.
Got it. Yeah.
We're gonna
got
have to.
it. But yeah,
we
see
might
what's
need to
going on
question
there.
him
But
about that.
what
when he comes
happened there?
back.
Like by the Monday, Tuesday, I bet he's like gone. I'm really bored now, and so he's contacted a few teams and gone, look, can I come play for you, please? And PSG were like, Buffon, yeah, go on then. We'll talk to him.
I
They've
believe
signed
that
him.
that move was lined up at the end of his season with Juventus, and I believe that it was just down to
It
him.
would make sense.
Yeah.
Like
I think that was already in.
But I can see him staying at PSG for another 5 years. He'll be there for 5 years.
I don't know
He'll-
5 years. I can see
he-
2 or 3.
I've got to ask a question though. Would you say that from going to Juventus to PSG, would you say that's ruined his legacy as a goalkeeper?
No.
Considering that he spent the majority of his career in Juventus.
No.
No, I think it's it just demonstrates he can do it in another league.
It's definitely It's definitely a not definitely. It is a downgrade from
Yeah,
Juventus.
it is.
But
Especially with
but he's-
Ronaldo coming in.
Yeah, he's doing what Ronaldo. I think that's also why Ronaldo wasn't like a quick transfer to Juventus. That was signed up. I think that was.
That was in the pipeline.
That was in
Yeah.
for a good
It
season.
was
So
gonna
then,
happen.
so then Buffon's obviously been told, and Buffon's like, no, I'm not playing in the same league because I'll just get kind of cast aside. So he's gone
Yeah.
now. So then he's gone to PSG, but like he's doing what Ronaldo's done. He's gone from the Premier League to a Spanish league. He's doing the same. He's going from an Italian league to a French league. He's proving
He is.
he can play in different
It
leagues.
makes him more of a
But-
legend.
No, you're
because
saying that though.
if
You're
it-
saying that, but at the same time though, Premier League to the Spanish league, it's a lot more competitive to the Italian league
Well,
to
yeah.
the French league.
Hmm,
Because
yeah.
Italian's just Juventus, French is just PSG. So
The-
Don't forget, the Italian league, the Serie A, is known for its defence.
Yeah. I mean,
And that's why we don't
the
have to
English,
So he's
Sharp, mate.
safer in the Italian league.
the English league is a fast-paced game. Like there's no two ways about it.
Yeah.
That is
It's
a
physical.
fast game.
Yeah.
But then the Spanish league is slow. It's tippy-tappy football, goal.
Yeah.
Tippy-tappy, 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 goal. English, it's ball, half, goal. Ball, half,
It's not
goal.
just that;
It
it's
is
all the
like-
tackles in there as well. When
Yeah.
it comes to Premier League,
And,
Yeah,
the,
yeah.
and the Spanish
physicality
Spanish
of it.
league
Yeah,
is
physicality.
like you never see anything quite like, and it's not boring. It's just painful to watch sometimes. You just sat there like, oh, I'll just do something.
What, the
score.
Spanish league?
Yeah, you just kind of sat there like, come on, do something.
They love
But then-
possession, don't they?
But when it comes to the Champions League, that goes out the window.
Oh, yeah.
Like you can have like an Atletico Madrid derby. That Spanish football kind of tactic and ways goes out the window, and it's like an English
It depends what stage they're on.
game. Yeah,
But that's the same with us because you look at the Premier League, very competitive league, top top teams,
It's the best league in the
but we
in the
don't
world.
tend to deliver on the world's biggest stage.
No. Now you're saying that, mate. Liverpool
yeah.
reached the Champions League final last season.
Yeah, Liverpool.
so-
Yeah,
That was
fair play.
pretty amazing.
And you have to think, if Alisson was in net for that, say you'd already signed Alisson,
Yeah, Liverpool
would
have
the
won
scenario be different?
it. It would have been a lot more different in my opinion.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Because
Liverpool would have won it.
It was
you
a
think so? Yeah,
it was a
Liverpool would've won
3-1, but it wasn't a convincing 3-1 because they
two
had
of those goals
were
were
fluky.
gifted.
Yeah, they're fluky.
Pretty
much.
Those 2 goals were like scoring an open net. It's like playing a 6-year-old. Like, it's like dads versus lads, and the
Yeah.
dads aren't going easy on their lads.
Yeah,
That's what those 2 goals were like.
no, it was.
And it is because of one player, and he is a filthy player for a Spanish league. He is dirty, right?
Bloody Ramos, mate. Don't even
That
be
being said,
smart.
he is, for me, one of the best centre backs I've ever seen.
No, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
maybe.
Don't get me
He
wrong.
is probably the best centre
Don't
back
get me
in the world
wrong.
as
He's
well at the
an
moment.
amazing centre back, but he is pure filth.
Yeah,
'Cause
I mean,
I think he's just.
he damaged Salah's arm because he knew
you got
Yeah,
Salah will cause
that-
trouble.
you
that's
got
a
to give
theory
him
behind
credit.
it,
You
yeah.
got to give him
Deliberate.
credit on that. Maybe he done that. Maybe he injured his arm in that. But at the same time, though, everyone knew Salah was the danger man for
Yeah.
Liverpool.
Mm,
So
yeah.
as the leader of the
He
team,
eliminated it.
as the captain, he's like, you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna take out their best player.
Yeah.
So like that decreases
But then-
the chance of Liverpool.
But
to
then you
do
saw
anything.
how Ronaldo acted when he realised Salah was injured, because he was in the same situation 2 years ago in the Europa
Yeah.
League. Not Europa League.
Champions League.
Euro.
Euros.
Oh, Euros. I mean, yeah.
He was injured in the final, and then he started managing the Portuguese side
Yeah.
from the side.
He pretty much won it for
he
him.
was like,
That's just another reason for me. Like, he doesn't give up, does
and
he?
I thought that was hilarious.
next
though.
10 years, he's going to be in a suit and tie managing a league.
He's got
from
to
the
be.
side.
I
He's got to
I
be.
don't think he will though. I don't think he will because
Nah,
Ronaldo,
he will.
because of all
He'll be managing
because
teams.
of how much he's been branding himself and how much promotion he's got on his own. Look at what happened to Beckham. Beckham didn't manage the team. He just became more.
No,
like a
he now owns a team.
Yeah,
he owns
it,
yeah.
Miami
Sixers.
Beckham
Yeah, he
United.
does
or
own a
something
team.
like
Does own a
Six-a-side
team, but he's not
But
managing one. Though, that's what I'm saying.
I can see Ronaldo managing like a championship side. I don't think he's going to be quite up there with the big team.
No, I don't know.
Give.
I don't think he'll be managing.
No, I think he'll need a
I
season
think
or
he'll
two
get
to
chucked
prove
into a
himself.
big
Because
team. I think.
Yeah,
Ronaldo
but if he
himself.
does, I think if he gets chucked into a big team, he'll
It's
bottle
make
it.
or break.
No,
Yeah, he'll
Ronaldo
bottle it and
himself has said that he
No,
doesn't want to
exactly.
manage the team in the future. Himself, he said that. So I don't think he's gonna be
I
managing.
feel
the
like
team.
when you've
But-
dedicated that much of your life to the
Yeah.
game,
Well, we-
you feel
I-
lost
I don't
without
know
it.
about that,
We all
but-
know it, and all the United fans know it. Even though they say he's going to finish his season at United, he's going to finish his season at Juventus, isn't he?
It is
He's
gonna
going to
happen.
finish
Yeah.
his career there.
It
He's
is.
not. He's
The
not
thing is,
moving again.
He's got too much to lose to come back.
Yeah,
Mm.
Like he's done the Premier League. He's finished it.
he's proved in the last 10 years he is the best player. Well, no, sorry, he's the second best player in the Premier League. The best player in the Premier League in the last 10 years, even though he was injured and didn't play many of the games, was Zlatan.
He was very impressive.
Zlatan, even like he said it himself as well. I mean, okay, he's coming from Zlatan who's saying it, but if he was there a few more seasons ago, like if he moved from PSG straight to there,
Oh man,
he would have
he
destroyed
would
the
have
league.
tore the league up.
He would be.
In his prime, yeah, he would have.
And I'm
He-
not joking. I would have kept him the season after.
I
Apparently, they
don't
got rid of him.
I don't really understand
but,
why.
It was a knee injury, and they thought his career was done after that. He's like
No, a
35
player
or
like Zlatan with a knee injury, no.
nah.
No,
He's proved it in the MLS.
He hasn't. He's not that kind of player that's gonna back down in that situation. He's not
No.
gonna back down. He will.
He's the
fight,
type of player
fight
who
and
comes
fight.
back from an
Yeah.
injury like that, and he
look at
has. He
Oh,
has.
look, I mean, you look at the was it? How many goals has he scored now for league and country? It's
Oh, it's remarkable.
a couple of hundred. Is it 200 or is it more? It's more than 200, isn't it?
I'm not sure on the exact numbers.
I think it's about 200. But he's like say it's his 200th goal. He used, because obviously he does kickboxing and all the MMA fighting in his spare time. He used that
Oh.
to score his goal, and he uses those tricks and skills he uses in them to play football.
Yeah,
and that's
He
why.
does, he does.
That's
he's
why his
one of-
goals are so.
I mean, you look
That's
at
why he
his
scores
goals.
one of the best goals
Yeah.
around. All right,
Yeah.
you see people like Ronaldo scoring these amazing free kicks and Mbappe scoring these amazing goals, but Zlatan scores these like outstanding.
oh, you
like,
don't even think it's not
you're
even
like,
an opportunity,
hold on,
and it's like,
how
how's he
did
done
you-
that?
Where
Didn't he win
why-
something at
Yeah.
every single club he's played for?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Didn't he?
Yeah.
In the first season he went to them,
I
he
want to know
won
your
something,
opinion on
didn't
this. Would you have kept Zlatan at United?
he? Without a shadow of a doubt.
Yeah.
Without a shadow of a doubt.
you're
Because of
daft.
his presence.
Daft. You're daft.
And
if you don't
that's the
wanna
sort of
keep
guy
him.
we need in the changing room.
Because
Oh,
he
yeah,
has got
that's-
leadership.
But I
Zlatan,
have read that possibly Ibrahimovic coming back in January to Man U.
There are rumours. I have
There
heard
are
them.
rumours.
There are rumours.
The
that
best
he
thing
is
about the
going back.
MLS, we saw it with Tim Cahill, didn't we?
He
Came back, didn't he? Landon Donovan. Remember from LA Galaxy to Everton?
Yes.
We saw that you can go on loan because the season starts at a different time.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah,
Season,
it does, it
'cause-
does.
Yeah.
Because in
Mm.
MLS, the season starts in January.
Yeah,
So
that's
like,
the thing.
That's
Yeah.
how it is.
Which is like an English League Division 2. I've got to say that
Mm.
American football. I mean, what is it? A feeder for?
Well,
Here's a question for you.
it's a Legends League now.
It's not a feeder
Talking about
league
that,
at all.
how
It's
the
more like a
MLS league starts late.
When you're in your
It's
late
a
sort of years.
retirement home.
Yeah,
It's a
retirement
home,
retirement
retirement
league.
home.
British retirement home for Legends.
I don't know. There's
yeah.
that player who's just gone to Bayern actually from the Whitecaps. They're feeding youth as well now.
Well, yeah, but like talking
it's like
about
youth and legends.
talking about how the MLS league starts late and stuff. Next season,
Yeah.
Premier League, only the Premier League in the English League football, is going to be having the Christmas break.
Yeah.
We are going to
Yeah,
have like
that's
that
what
could
is
be
it?
huge for us.
I don't know what's going to happen there.
It's not a huge for us though, because we can't watch any football during Christmas.
No,
like,
no.
I
Yeah,
might
yeah.
watch it.
Not for
I
us,
don't,
but
I don't know what's going to like
for the
that-
clubs. We've never had a winter break, have we?
No, and they're also bringing in VAR for 15 games this season to see if they're
yeah.
testing it out. Don't bring VAR.
That's really frustrating to watch.
It's
Bring
annoying.
Mm.
VAR.
With what happened in the World Cup, yeah, and how
Leave-
long everything was, it was
Le-
Oh,
pissing me off.
either get rid of VAR completely or just leave it for like international games. Don't bring it.
There's
to
a huge positive because you walk out of that stadium and you know that every decision
It's been assessed.
it's
and
been
looked-
assessed,
Yes.
it's been looked at.
That's,
You haven't
that's
been
the plus
robbed.
about it.
Yeah.
It is,
Like-
but if you imagine it though, if you're in a stadium and you're just there watching the game and then they're basing some decision, the VAR
Yeah,
thing,
the time
it's
it takes.
so annoying.
Yeah.
Like, you'll be so pissed off about
But
it.
But they've
the
got
ref-
it in rugby.
frustrating.
You get used to it. It's
Yeah,
just
well-
you call it back. I think with VAR, my annoyance with VAR is they don't look at it.
They don't look at
And
it
you're
properly.
thinking, review that decision.
Yeah.
They don't do
Or
it.
they call
You
it
see
wrong.
that
The
gesture.
assistant referees just don't flag things, and
No.
you think, flag it,
They-
look at
They,
it.
they call
they
it.
don't
They call it.
do
They,
it.
they call it wrong.
But as
they
this
call
is
it
our
for the-
first podcast, lads, there is something I want to say.
Oh, go on.
We have the Premiership fixtures on Saturday. I want
Yeah.
to do a challenge between all of us about how we feel. So I'm just going to go through the games,
Okay.
and we're all going to give who we think is going to win, draw, or lose that game.
Do you want to do that, or do you want to do the
We're
the
not
Sky
going to.
Sports Super
we could
6?
do
I think
that.
to shorten it a bit, I think just do our favourite teams.
Yeah, just
Alright.
go for the teams straight through.
Yeah.
No talking about the teams, what we think. So
Yeah.
I'm going to
Alright,
go. There's Chelsea Man U Saturday. I'm nervous.
I'm nervous for that.
I'm going Chelsea win.
You
I'll
don't
go
want
for
to say
draw.
it, but you've said it, and it's
So
true.
Chelsea
I'll go for
Man
draw.
U. Ahmed,
Draw.
draw.
I'm going to be specific. 2-1 to Chelsea.
So that's two Man U fans going for Chelsea.
Yeah, it's-
But you have to because
Chelsea are going to
look
win
at
it.
Sarri.
Chelsea are going to win it.
So you're
No,
going Chelsea
hands
as well. So
down.
pretty much we've got
Chelsea.
3 Chelsea and 1 draw. Okay.
You were just telling me before that haven't Chelsea got one of the best home records in
Yes.
world football?
They are joint second with Tottenham. In the last, like
It was last season, wasn't it?
it
And
was part
merged with
of
this.
it's part of last. I think it. To be fair, I think it's just. I'm not sure the way it was doing it. I think it might just be last, but I don't know if it's last and this current season. But Juventus have got the best home winning record. Then it's Chelsea and Tottenham. So
Chelsea are up there.
you know, but
I'm nervous. I want Man U,
Why
obviously.
wouldn't you be?
I'll say about
But-
Chelsea is as soon as they did the mic go off. I'll say this again. The thing with Chelsea, we saw it with when they got Conte. Their first season with a new manager, they seem to do really well.
they overdo really well
Yeah,
and
they
win the
always
league,
do.
but they're not
Yeah.
going to win it.
I mean,
this
if
season.
season
Nah.
later, then they just
I
flop.
can't see them winning it this season,
Klopp
but I
losing
think they'll
manager.
give City and
The
Liverpool a
Chelsea
run for the
problem
money.
is the team run the club. If they decide not to play, Hazard decided not to play, got Marino sacked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and a couple of others.
Though Hazard has spoken up about this whole moving to Madrid and stuff. He says he's happy to finish his career at Chelsea.
As they all say.
But
Yeah.
I don't
Real
know.
Madrid come calling, you going to turn it down?
He said that
Being
if
Hazard?
if they do
Come
Madrid-
on.
he has said
like
that.
they need him.
Come on.
If Madrid ask for him,
He's
he has
gone.
said
He's
gonna
gone.
go. Yeah, of course he is.
Well, just think of the normal man in the street. You're earning £30,000 a year. Someone offers you £100,000 a year. Are you going to leave, or are you going to say, no, I like working here? Or are you going to go and earn 100
I don't
grand?
know if it'd be at
You're
this
going to
point
go
for
and
the
earn
money
100
though.
grand.
I don't think it'd be for the money if Hazard joined
No,
Madrid.
it's going to be everything. It's a bigger
I
club.
mean,
it's
he's
not-
going to
yeah,
win Champions League
he can step up,
titles,
that's what it
and
is.
he's going to
That's
be
what it is.
going
Yeah.
for
It's
it.
not going to be the money. It's going to be the guarantee of I can win the league a few times in a row. I can
Maybe
win the
Champions
Champions
League,
League a
yep.
few times. I can win this. I can
and
win
can
that.
be a
and I'm
key
gonna do
player
it.
for
And I'm gonna
one
be,
of the biggest
yeah.
clubs.
And I'm going to get more sales on my shirts, and obviously more sales on the shirts, the more money.
Image
more
rights,
sponsors,
everything else
everything.
that goes with it. Yeah.
But it
yeah.
really
It's
does
all
sound
linked.
like
It-
Madrid needs someone like him right now.
Ronaldo's gone, and he was their main man.
I'm sure they haven't
And
scored in
he-
7
Bale-
hours.
But don't
Bale,
forget,
though,
football.
Bale stepped up to the mark. Do not. I'm sorry, but you cannot fault that well.
don't forget though.
At the
since-
moment,
No, no.
he-
Can I just get this out, please? Like,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
with Ronaldo, since when he was at Madrid, he was from Real Madrid. Now he's gone. There's just a massive hole. It's like, for example, when Gerrard left Liverpool, there's been that massive hole since. There's still going on
There's
right
been
now.
a whole Liverpool since 1989.
Alright, allow
Stop
it,
making
No,
it just
listen,
happen
listen,
now,
listen,
mate.
now Steven Gerrard's gone. That leadership qualities and stuff have been gone. Right, Henderson is nowhere near captain material compared to Steven
No.
Gerrard. Now with Real
yeah,
Madrid,
he was said to be this next.
Yeah,
like,
he is
Steven
nowhere
Gerrard.
near going to be
No.
like Steven Gerrard. But with
That being
Ronaldo,
said, his impact on the England team, you have to give it to him.
no, he has got leadership qualities on
Yeah.
him. Henderson does have a little bit on him. But what I'm saying is, he
He
doesn't
surprised
have.
me in the World Cup,
He doesn't
and I
have.
can't
like,
stand him. But
Yeah.
Henderson looked pretty half decent to me in the World
He
Cup.
did, yeah.
And I'm actually
He held his own.
joking as I'm saying that.
That's
Yeah.
painful for you to
But
say that.
Oh,
it's
it
not the same
hurts.
as Steven Gerrard, though, in my opinion. But he's doing all right. He's not just. It's just like Steven Gerrard was the best player and the captain and everything.
Steven Gerrard was the only world-class player that Benitez had throughout his whole career at Liverpool.
No.
And when he left, who was the only world-class player? Steven Gerrard.
Oh, hold on.
And he spent more than Alex Ferguson, and no one mentions that.
I want to disagree on that because you also had Torres
Disagree
in
on
there.
what point, buddy?
And the fact that Steven Gerrard was the only world-class player at that time.
Name me another one.
Fernando Torres.
At that time,
Torres.
Torres was world-class.
Torres wasn't there when he left.
Oh no, you
Torres
say
no,
wasn't
Benitez,
there.
Benitez.
Torres had gone, mate.
See,
Torres had gone.
when
Benitez.
people now speak about Torres, I can't help but think of his move to Chelsea and
Because that's
really
the game against United where he took the ball, he had an open goal and he
and
misses
somehow
it.
missed. Yeah,
How he went from Liverpool? If you didn't move to Chelsea and you said Torres, you were like, oh, fantastic player. But now you say Torres, it's like, oh, that goal,
But I
that
remember the
miss
Torres
against.
Yeah.
that tore apart Vidic and Ferdinand and
Oh.
made them look stupid.
At
There was
Liverpool,
one
when he was
game
in
I
Liverpool,
can't remember.
he was
a
Torres
next
was.
level.
Alright, now,
quality.
now
Yeah.
you're saying that though. Do you remember like the 4-0 year away, Liverpool versus Man United? Torres absolutely destroyed.
I don't know,
Vidic
mate.
and
We might have
Ferdinand.
lost it, but we won
Wait
the
there, wait
title
there.
anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Here's a good question for all of you. Biggest, the worst defeat you've ever had, like that you've ever witnessed yourself. The biggest, like mine is like when the season we got relegated from the Premier League and we lost 5-1 to West Brom. Without a doubt, that's the hardest defeat I've ever seen in my
Ooh,
life.
Good question.
it's a very
don't-
good question.
Yeah, it is.
But what's
Can
the-
this be
what's
for
the-
international football as well?
No, for your
For
club.
me,
football.
I've got to
Alright.
say, when Man City won, I think it was the FA Cup, and we're probably talking about 5-6 years ago, but I think that started the Man City revolution.
No, I
And-
mean against your. Was you? Oh no, you did play them in the FA Cup.
yeah.
No, when they played your.
Oh, what you
when-
mean against
Yeah,
teams that
against
have played
your-
against our club?
Sorry,
and then-
yeah.
Ooh.
Because obviously West Brom played us and they beat us 5-1.
Don't know, I was thinking about the Eric Cantona goal in the FA Cup final against Liverpool. I'm still remembering against that one. That was the best game, sorry.
Right.
Well, we'll come back to that because we've kind of gone off subject.
yeah,
but-
yeah.
Right, anyway, should we go back on subject? We're
Yeah.
going
Yeah.
through this. Right, so we've got Chelsea,
And a
Draw.
draw. Right, I've got Bournemouth, Southampton. I'll make a shout. Bournemouth home win.
Yeah, Bournemouth.
You've
home win.
got to go with Bournemouth
Bournemouth.
right now. They're
Bournemouth home win.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no doubt
they're
about that.
impressive, yeah.
Southampton have
four.
been that great lately.
Okay.
Here's the thing. Sorry, just going off subject again. If Bournemouth get Europa League football, which seems weird to say, but it could easily happen.
It
Could
is there.
happen.
It
It
is
could
there.
happen. But
Does Eddie Howe get his move to a bigger club, or does he stick with them?
stick
Stick.
with him. He sticks.
You think?
Stick, he
sticks.
needs to.
And say Bournemouth finish
I'd-
outside the top 10, because again, that could happen. It's the Premier League.
I'd say he sticks because big clubs don't employ English managers anymore. They
No, they don't.
They look
go
abroad.
foreign. They
You
go
can't
they
foreign.
look
Yeah.
abroad.
Yeah.
It's Cardiff, Fulham. I'm going
Draw.
Cardiff home win.
I'm saying Fulham.
I'm going to go Fulham. Fulham's squad's it's quite stacked.
Exactly, it's alright. It's a decent team.
Fulham have got a
But
great
they're not
side.
in form at the moment.
Fulham have got, in my eyes at the moment, Fulham have got the better side than Cardiff, but
Yeah.
I say it's good at a draw. 1 point each.
Okay. We guys play this back, and now the one that
I mean, looking,
I'm actually saying the game, and I'm thinking, why am I even asking you guys? Because I know it's going to be. Here we go. Burnley away at Man City.
Oh, City.
just saying,
Burnley
I've
gonna
been
get
getting up the
absolutely
stats for each of these as you've been saying them, and looking at the probability here, we've even got 90% saying that Man City's going to win on this one, 4% for Burnley, and
you just know that
7% draw.
4% is
Yeah.
loyal
I
Burnley
think
fans.
even my nan could manage Man City this weekend, and they're still going to win with 9 players probably. I just really can't see Burnley doing anything.
No.
Quickly off topic. When City played us live, they're bringing the 2 oldest City fans, the 2
Oh
ladies.
yeah.
Oh, the jokes that were being made straight away after that. Sterling's aged a bit and all this. You know,
Oh, yeah, I saw
so
that.
Mane's. It's just but then you know, yeah, brilliant. But yeah, no,
Yeah.
City are going to win that 5-0.
Yeah. 5-0, yeah.
5-0.
Yeah.
It's a possibility.
They'll slot
City gonna
5 away.
just
I
destroy
just-
them.
Yeah, I just can't see
City
Burnley
is-
just getting in their half. I'm sorry,
No.
can't see it.
I think they'll get in their half, but they won't make anything.
I'm
of
going to
it.
go for a Sterling brace, not hat-trick, brace. He's going to bring that international form into
Alright.
club football.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll see,
Interesting.
we'll see.
Yeah.
Yeah, he might fall over, but you know. Right.
Yeah, it'd be a tapping from 2 yards, but you know.
Yeah, still.
Newcastle, Brighton. I must admit, Newcastle have been on a downwards little spiral. I don't think they've gone on the up this year. Brighton, do you know what? I'm going for a draw, Newcastle, Brighton.
I'll go draw as well.
No, I say Brighton in all fairness.
Oh, big shout. Okay.
Nah, Brighton. Newcastle at
Oh,
home.
it's a tough one.
Cool.
It's a game that could go either way.
I'm going with my money on Brighton.
I want to say a draw.
I see Brighton winning it, to be honest with you, but I think it's a big draw personally.
See, I can see the computer that George is looking at, and 45 say 45%.
45 Newcastle, 30 for draw, 25 for Brighton.
See, Brighton are a good side though.
I'm not
Yeah,
having
Brighton
a
are
go at
decent.
Brighton.
No.
I'm just
No.
saying, when you've got 40,000 Geordies in the crowd and they go 1-0 up, it's a difficult
Ooh.
ground to
Oh,
go
yeah.
to.
Yeah,
but
and
you tend to
especially-
find
Especially where they put the
Trust
away
me.
fans up in the. They're in the
exactly,
sky,
but you
they're in
tend to
the
find that
clouds.
away fans,
Yeah.
yeah,
Newcastle.
away teams tend
Newcastle,
to score first there, which is strange.
Newcastle isn't one of the best teams around, but if you go,
Well, they've got
if
a
you-
rubbish manager.
but if you go down, if
Just
you
because he's
go
a
goal,
former Liverpool
if
manager,
you
that's
go
why.
if you go
Oh,
down,
did he
to
manage
them-
Liverpool?
Rafa Benitez.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh, really?
I want him to stay there for 50 years with his record.
Mate, Benitez at Liverpool was amazing. I don't
Yeah,
care what
but
anyone
he
says.
never won the title.
Alright, yeah, but he was close to winning it quite a few times. And if he was still going the
And
way
he
was
spent
going,
more money than Ferguson.
if he was still going the way he was going, Liverpool probably would have won a title with
They
Benitez.
probably could have done something. Probably.
Yeah. Right. Anyway,
The
what's
key
the,
If,
word
what's,
buts, and maybe.
what's the next game then?
Right, next game. Sorry, we got off topic. Well, I'm going. Oh, here we go. London Derby. West Ham, Tottenham.
Tottenham.
Spurs.
Ooh. I'm going to go West Ham.
I can't help but think of the song now.
West Ham, Tottenham.
I'm going to go West
ooh.
Ham.
We're sitting here 25% for West Ham, 50 for Tottenham,
That's
and
not a lot.
25 for a draw.
That's not a lot.
You
for
just look at the
Tottenham.
talent that West Ham have got, though.
They got talent, but they haven't been playing.
Yeah, no, they've talked about how much money they've spent on all these players. They're expecting top 10. No.
Well, you got
Nah.
Tottenham's
Nah.
Tottenham's
Nah.
fifth.
Can't see
It's
much
like
on
Everton
this
last
season.
season, in my opinion.
Not happening. Not happening at all.
Oh, it's a big shout. Do you
It's
know
a tough
what?
one, isn't it?
Arnautovic. It's a bit special for me. He's just direct, and yet again another team that destroyed my team.
Yeah.
He just seemed to be going against teams that beat Man U, but West Ham seemed to turn the corner. Although I did think the move into a big ground would affect them.
Yeah.
But I tell you what, shot in the dark for me. I'm going West Ham to beat Tottenham.
Yeah, I'm sticking with that.
It'd be good if they do. Very good. Right, come on. So here's the next game.
After West Ham, Tottenham probably got Wolves, Watford.
See, Wolves are at home. Watford are a big side.
Come on, the Wolves fan. What do you reckon?
It's going to be a hard game.
Troy Deeney, I do
And
like him.
I do not want to be
I
called
do
it.
like Troy Deeney.
Very
We
passionate
got
player.
Adam Torre. Adam Latoya. So but
The thing with him, he's so good at dribbling.
he's the fastest. He's the
Yeah.
fastest off the mark on FIFA, and he's
Yeah,
the
he is.
second for pace. He's the fastest player in the Premier League right now.
For me,
But-
I've rated him like even when he was at Middlesbrough.
Oh, he was the best dribbler in the Championship last season.
Oh, his dribbling is
Exactly.
sensational, and
And you hit
it's
him.
the fact that he'll take people on, and he
you
will
hit-
actually.
You hit him. You're the one on the floor.
Yeah, yeah.
Not him.
He's a
good.
strong lad.
Exactly.
He's built well.
But no, it's gonna be a hard game for us. No doubt at all. Gonna be a hard game. But I feel like it's gonna be a 2-1 win to Wolves. I really
Okay,
do. Really do.
I'm not surprised by that shout, to be honest, from a Wolves fan.
Yeah, I'll say that it will probably be
Really
a draw
do.
between Watford and Wolves.
Something like 2-2.
2-2 is a good shout, to be fair, because both of them have been in good form, and
Yeah.
I don't see one of them
I'm going to come back next week and I'm going to be like, yeah, I can't believe we lost to Watford. It's just going to be my look in. I can't believe we lost to Watford.
But
no.
Watford, for me, they've had a couple of bad games, but they are a frightening side. When they hit form, Watford can bully teams.
Oh,
So
true.
I'm going, sorry, my friend.
no,
I'm
it's
going to say
fine.
a Watford win at Wolves.
Yeah.
And
It
that would be my...
it is that Troy Deeney player up front. He is just...
Again, though, it goes back to what we've been saying. He's not blessed with the most
Talent.
technical
No.
abilities.
No, they've all been
It's the
saying it.
passion and
Desire,
determination.
passion, work
The-
rate.
And that,
leadership as well.
All
that can
the-
get you places.
Yeah.
Look
all
at
the
Jamie Vardy.
Yeah, exactly. All the ex-players are saying it now. They said it about a month ago, and they spoke to him, and he was like, "Yeah, he may not be the most talented players. He may not be able to score these amazing wonder goals, but the goals he scores are amazing because of the hard work and dedication
Yeah.
and passion he puts into it. He doesn't just, hit it. Oh, top bins, amazing. He actually drives forwards, creates the passes, creates the chances,
It's the movement off the ball.
and puts it in the back of the net. Even if it's a tap-in, it's still a tap-in.
If he
That
was,
he's
at,
got there.
developed
if he was at a
from the
bigger club, Deeney,
he could be something
he
else.
would have an international appearance, in my opinion. But
I
he's
don't
at
see
a-
why he hasn't.
It's
I
amazing.
really don't see, and that's the thing that annoys me. You've got these amazing players, but because they play for a so-called small team, they don't get an international call-up.
I mean, you say that Mark Noble's the prime example of it. I mean, I think he has been called up for England before, but then at the same time, if he was playing at Spurs or if he was playing at Liverpool or anything like that, he would definitely be in the call-up.
Exactly.
And consistently.
Yeah.
Right, last game.
Oh.
It's one I'm loving to say it. Huddersfield, Liverpool.
Liverpool, by far.
No. See, the thing with Huddersfield last season was no one expected it, and even when they learnt it, they still didn't see when it was coming. They play it from their defence, lob it up forward, and the front they score a goal. They just
I'm
but
saying
that's just because
I
Liverpool
reckon
are the better team.
We're just looking at the facts in the office. I can't see the screen. I will have a guess at 85% Liverpool.
74 for Liverpool, 18 for draw, 8% for Huddersfield.
You know what? It's either going to be a draw or Huddersfield are going to nick it in the last. dying
Well, this
Yeah.
is the thing.
They're going to
shout.
nick it in
It's
the
like
last
like
minute.
against Napoli. Like
Have they won a
Newcastle
game
Napoli.
yet, Huddersfield, this year?
I think
No.
I
don't
can
know.
They haven't.
have a look. Huddersfield are at
They've drawn
no
3.
wins, 3 draws, and 5 losses.
Yeah.
Well, this could
So
be.
they've got
this,
an easy game at the weekend.
this-
So,
this-
Like easy game.
this could be their.
Alright,
If they win it, it won't be like they won it in the 70th minute. It will be like they win it in the 92nd minute. Like it
Yeah,
will
yeah.
be a last minute snatch. Or
The
it's gonna
thing
be a
is,
draw.
though,
they're going to win a game at some time.
a team in the
But-
relegation zone, there's that state of panic.
There's that
Oh,
drive.
yeah,
Even in
there's
the
the
early
drive,
doors.
there's the
Even in
panic.
the early doors. Like we're coming up to Christmas in the next month
Yeah.
or so, and at Christmas,
Oh, you've
that's-
got to get your act together, yeah.
at Christmas, if you're in the bottom 3, you are looking like
Yeah,
you
it's
are
looking
going,
like you're
down.
going down.
And if you're first, because let's say that whoever's first at Christmas genuinely wins the league.
Yeah,
That's how
yeah.
it
Yes.
works. That's
Yeah.
how it works.
Yeah.
And if you're in the bottom 3 or bottom 2, you're genuinely going down. And then the middle table is like, nah, you do what you want. But last season, counter out the fact that City had already won it because they had won it by Christmas. Last season for the bottom at Christmas, it's still unpredictable. It was still
Oh,
it was
it
still
was, yeah.
unpredictable till the last game of the season, even though
You were
everything had been
looking
done.
at possibly the bottom
About-
10 clubs
Exactly.
Yeah,
because
they
it was
could
so
all-
tight.
I mean,
it was
so
what was it?
tight.
Palace went from 19th to 7th in like 2 weeks.
Yeah,
It's
you-
like, what happened
Yeah, you win
there?
like
Yeah.
3 or 4 games and you're up there.
Exactly.
But that,
And that's not the
For
Premier
me,
League.
that's
That
why
was-
the
that was
Premier
a
League-
fluke.
I don't know. I
That
think
was a weird season.
yeah, it was a weird
absolute
season, but we
weird.
do see seasons like that.
but not often enough.
Yeah.
The Premier League is normally by 35% way into the season. By then, it's normally this team's going to win it.
But
this
even
team's
then,
going
we
down.
see the smaller
This is your Champions
teams
League winners,
beating
and
the
this
big
is
teams.
Yeah, well, every season you get your top 6. You know, you know what the top 6 is going to be.
every season.
Yeah,
You
true.
know
You can
what
you can swap. You
7th
can swap.
to 12th is going to be,
You
probably.
can normally swap
and then
5
you're
and 6
looking
out
at
every
the bottom
season.
3 clubs.
Yeah.
Then you're looking at the 3 clubs come up with the Championship. You're looking at the 4 clubs that straggle. So it's usually the bottom 7, top 6, and then you're looking at 7 clubs in the middle that will swap between them.
We can all agree right now
about
the
that.
top 6 teams pretty much for the Premier League are City, Liverpool, Chelsea, Tottenham.
Man United.
No, well,
Arsenal.
Arsenal, yeah, and then I'd say Man United, Everton.
What, for the title?
No,
top
top
six.
6. Top 6.
Oh, well, that. Yeah, I
Top
can't,
Man United,
can't argue
Everton.
with that.
Yeah,
I wanted
is
to
your
move
top
on
6,
to this,
7.
Have we
That's
finished the predictions?
Yeah.
I don't think
no.
there's a couple left on the list here. We've got
but they're Sundays.
they're on Sundays, yeah, Sunday,
I'm
Monday.
Mondays. You got Sunday,
personally,
Monday,
I'm going to
Tuesday.
go for a draw.
Oh yeah.
I'm going for a draw.
Yeah, it's a big.
Alright, well,
It's a big
Liverpool
game.
win.
I mean, Huddersfield have got to turn it around at some point.
But
So
But it sounds
this could be the
daft.
game.
it dictates
it
they have to win a
sounds-
game.
yeah.
I'm not saying they're going to win it.
yeah,
They've got
I'm
to win
just
at some point.
saying Liverpool come, they'll be up for it, and I'm going for a 1-1 draw.
I mean, Liverpool have a point to prove as well.
I'm disagreeing with
this.
everyone else.
No, Liverpool have a point to prove as well. Because what happened against Napoli, what happened in the game against Man City, that 0-0 draw, whatever, or was it 1-1 against Man City?
It was 1-1
1-1, yeah.
because Sturridge scored in the last minute, but
Yeah,
you
so-
should have
You have
lost
to
the
admit
game.
that was a banger.
Great
Alright,
goal,
so 1-1
but you
then.
should have lost the game.
I've
Yeah,
got a quick
right.
question now.
Man
This-
City was
this-
all
But
over.
what I'm saying is Liverpool also have a point to prove in this game. So.
Yeah. Right, I've got a quick question, and unfortunately,
then.
it's not for you 3 here. It's for George. Do you actually have any football knowledge or sense?
None at all.
See, what tickled me there is he's got the league table up on the screen there, and he's got the Liverpool game up, and he's going like that between the them in the league. And he's just like going, "How is this a big gap?" And he's like, "Liverpool are going to win it," but no.
It's good to have someone like that on this. though.
Sometimes having no knowledge is a good thing.
Yeah.
But that's the funny thing is with the Premier League, as we've all been saying the whole day, the little teams are the teams to be scared of.
That's what I'm saying.
Because they can pull it out of the bag at
And that's
any
what the
time.
Premier League is
That
about.
Yeah, but
You
that is
don't
the
know.
moment.
Go
You
back.
don't know who
Go,
can beat you. Anyone
go-
can beat anybody.
exactly.
Yeah.
Go back a couple of weeks when you lost to West Ham. Like, you went to West Ham expecting to win. But
Yeah.
West Ham pulled this, like, they pulled it out of the bag. They pulled a magic rabbit out of the bag and, like, give you a thrashing. And
Wasn't fun to watch.
They went what? Yeah, they went. You went 3. You scored a goal to make it 3-1, didn't you?
Yeah.
BT didn't quite believe it, and they put West Ham 4-0 up. and a couple of minutes later, they changed it to 3-1 because they realised they made a mistake. But they were all joking about how BT were like so surprised United managed to score a goal against West Ham. Like, you know, no one expects West Ham to beat
The
United.
talent West Ham have got though now, Felipe Anderson or Arnautovic.
Yeah.
Quality
both
player.
of
Yeah,
them on the wings
Noble's
as
a
well.
good
That's
player.
decent.
Yeah, but the problem they've got is the crowd are too far away from the pitch.
Yeah, I
you
know,
used to
yeah.
go down Green Street, go and see West
It's the
Ham.
Olympic Stadium.
I mean, I'm from London, so I used to go and see him quite
Yeah.
a bit. You guys, that ground was tight.
Yeah.
The crowd are on the pitch. It's like the old Arsenal stadium when you had the North Bank. It was that passion.
Yeah.
And then you go to the Arsenal stadium now, and honestly, I've been there quite a few times, and it's quiet.
Yeah, that's the-
quiet.
What
That's
is it
the
with
thing.
these London teams wanting to keep moving stadiums? Like,
It's the money. I think it's the
don't-
money,
I-
and we
I
get the
think
fans
Tottenham made a
because we've
mistake.
got the amount of people there that go and see football matches. The clubs in London have got the money.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I just couldn't quite believe the fact
Purely
that West
by-
Ham beat Tottenham for the stadium. But that was a wrong decision for West Ham.
I agree.
I think that's why they
Probably
haven't been performing.
financially for them, it was the right decision.
Yes,
I think what
As a
people
football
don't understand,
club,
bad.
bad.
a
Very,
stadium
very
is a
bad.
massive part, like a massive
Olympic-
part
it's
of,
an
of your
Olympic-
football.
Yeah, and
Honestly,
that's
It's
the
go
your
Olympic,
home
It's all
ground.
about your
that's the
atmosphere.
Olympic Stadium.
Yeah.
Like they've got. No wonder they're so far away from like the pitch. They've got
A big running track.
Yeah,
they've
they've
got
got
a
a
track
track,
around the
yeah.
outside of it. Like, what
That's
do you
the thing.
expect? It's just baffles me. Really
Yeah, yeah.
does. Really does baffle me. I don't.
Should we just get on to how we feel that maybe football's changed and how
Football has changed.
we
what-
feel
what-
that
We might have
one
to
thing-
save that, for another podcast.
We probably do
We've got
because we are.
5 minutes.
I
yeah,
just
yeah.
Okay,
before we do move on quickly, I want to just point out there is one team that proved that football has still got life in it, and that
Go
is
on.
when Leicester won the league. They
Oh.
proved that money has not got anything to. The money,
Do you know what? Yeah.
money does not. You don't need money to win the league.
I still
No.
think Arsenal should have won the title that year.
Yeah, that was their key.
That was-
opportunity.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
That was their in.
but then you
Go
saw.
out, invest some money, you win the title.
But
But
then you
what
saw,
a story.
You saw
Leicester, you
Leicester the
can't- you
season
can't-
before.
It's great. I love it.
They,
Yeah,
they,
it's
fairy
it's
tale.
Leicester
magic.
fought off relegation, survived it, and then next, they win it. All right, they could have won it away to United. They didn't, but that Sunday night was it you played, and then Monday night Chelsea played Tottenham. If Chelsea beat them, that's it.
And don't forget that season. I know it was like kind of early on, but Chelsea were near the relegation zone. It was like
Yes, because
Oh, yeah, I
Chelsea
remember that.
positions changed.
But that's
It was
the
a
thing.
weird
that's,
season.
that's the kind of thing with Chelsea recently. They win the league, and then
That's the
the
thing.
next
Will
the
Sorry
season
guy.
after, the
They
season
win.
after, they always
Yeah,
flop to.
they
But
do.
I think Leicester
Double
have probably
figures.
given a club like yourself, Wolves, hope.
Oh, massively.
Oh yeah.
I
100%.
mean,
Because there are people
how
still
much
saying.
have you gone out and spent at Wolves? I mean, supposedly, what, 30, 40, 50 million?
No, it's way more than
more
that.
than that.
No,
Way
is
it
definitely
more than that?
Must be more than
In the
that.
summer transfer window, Fulham and Wolves broke the record, and with the money combined, we spent 100 and I think it was 116 million,
Wow.
both teams, and that's the biggest ever two teams have spent together to the Premier
See,
League.
that's the
So
thing
if you
now in
split that down the
football,
middle,
though.
that's about
That's the
60
thing though in
million
football. Now,
each.
these clubs have to come up, take a gamble, invest £100 million, possibly get in debt and go down,
Unless you're Cardiff, they hardly
Yeah.
spent anything.
or you don't spend money, you get a manager in like a Warnock, someone like that who builds a solid team, an
Yeah.
Allardyce, and you don't spend it. But Wolves are taking a gamble, but I like
Oh, yeah.
the upbeat around them. I think it's fantastic.
Yeah, and I mean, even when we're losing, we're still creating noise from the stands. And
Is it a tight ground? I've never been to Wolves.
it's
Is it still Molyneux? You haven't moved,
Yeah,
have you?
yeah,
it's
still the
Molyneux,
Molyneux,
okay.
still the
Still
Molyneux.
Molyneux.
There was talks of building a new stadium, but they're just going to make it big. Not make it. Well, make it bigger.
Yeah,
They're
stick
just
at your home ground.
fixing the corners up in the North Bank, fixing them up, putting corners there. Leave the South Bank detached. Maybe extend it a little bit more, but they're not going to attach the South Bank to the rest of the stadium because they want that purely for
Is it a tight ground at Wolves with the fans?
reasonably
Are,
tight.
the
yeah.
fans close to the pitch? And
Reasonably,
It
yeah.
is pretty close.
That's the only,
okay, I'm just looking.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the ground now. It is,
The
it
Molyneux.
is tight, isn't it?
that's there you
Is-
go.
Nah, the Molyneux is one of them
See-
sort of
see,
stadiums where like
that's what they want to do.
you can look through inside of it
Fixing the
because
sides,
out all the gaps in the stands.
but then have the South Bank detached.
So it's going to be sort of a United Old Trafford stadium,
Yeah,
really.
sort
with
of,
the
yeah.
three
It
sides.
resembles
Yeah,
that,
there you
yeah.
go.
Right,
That's
actually.
that's what it looks at the moment,
Quite similar.
kind of. But yeah, it's a pretty,
How much cost to get in? £2.20 or something?
sort of. Yeah, it's not much. Yeah, £2.20.
What's it? A bag of chips, 5p.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, mate. Yeah. But yeah, it's. I went into the box a couple of weeks ago because I went to the
Nah, looks
went to
nice.
the
doesn't
charity
it? Looks
event,
nice.
and yeah, it's just. They've had the lights redone as well. They've had the floodlights redone.
They're a club on the up. We can all
oh.
agree on that.
Yeah.
No, I think it's exciting. I think it's
Yeah,
exciting.
yeah.
And what we saw
Quite
with
times at
City,
Wolves.
it really reminds me of it. I can see
Oh.
like in 4 or 5 years,
I'm never going to
Wolves
get
could
over
be
it. Yeah, 4 or 5 years time.
yeah
we'll
top
be the,
4 club.
We'll be the team fighting off City. It'll be like that. It'll be like a fight to the death for the
I mean, pretty much. If
Premier
you're
League title in the
if
next
you're
few
a
years.
Portuguese player, you're
I
gonna
think
end up
that's
going
aiming
there.
a bit high. I think Premier League title fighting for it.
In the next like
Nah, I
5
see
years,
top 4.
5, 6
I
years.
think if you get anywhere near the top 4
Oh, to
What, in
be
like
fair,
5 years?
To be fair,
in 5 years,
to be fair,
because the money
if-
you can't generate the money to get there. I
Well,
ain't
with
saying
the,
it. I think
with the
money's
TV
ruined the
deals,
game.
though.
we are the second
Have
or
you
first?
got
second
other-
or first? We're the second. I think we're the second richest club in the UK. Well, no, second richest club in the world. I think it
Who?
is.
No.
Second richest club in the
Yeah,
country. In the country.
yeah.
Who are?
Wolves. Wolves.
Why? Who bought you?
Oh, Chinese deal. We've got Chinese owners.
Second richest club in the
Yeah,
world.
City,
No, not in the
Ci-
world. It
No,
can't be
in
the
the
Oh,
world.
in the
sorry,
UK.
Yeah, in the UK. City are the are the highest in the UK, and we're the second. We're the second
But
richest.
Man U have been the highest earners in
That's
British
the thing,
football
yeah.
for the last however long.
It's,
I'm just surprised that.
Yeah, but we're the our
I mean,
guys.
Man U generates what, $500 million?
Last year,
Yeah,
our
it's
guys made a
something
profit.
crazy.
Something crazy, isn't it?
Fusion, who owners? That's it. A Chinese company called Fusion.
Okay.
They turned over something like I think it was last year. They turned over 7
Oh,
billion.
so you're not going on your club's turnover, you're going on the wealth.
I was going to say,
of the
'cause
owners
Manchester
company.
United-
They're the
Okay.
ones that are giving us the money to spend. It's not they're going right. Here's a bit more money. Spend that.
We've
That's
just finished
where it's-
first on
'Cause
the
there's
Forbes
a
list,
few
haven't
clubs
we?
in the Premiership. I think that if Abramovich walks away,
But yeah, their company turned
if
over
the
7
investors
billion
walk away
pounds, and that
from,
was
there's quite a few clubs that'll be worried. I think.
yeah.
Like you say, though, the game, it's about money now.
They turned
it's
over.
horrible. I hate it.
yeah.
Honestly,
Oh, it's
I-
disgusting.
It's ruined it.
It really
I
is.
feel there's a shift now that fans are dislocated from the players. It's a working man's game.
Yeah.
You can't afford to go and see them unless you've got Sky Sports. You can't see anything. It's
Exactly. It's
We're just getting the cue to leave, so
it's terrible.
I want to end it with this.
Go on.
Title predictions. No. Right, your favourite team. Where do you think they'll finish?
First.
No.
sorry.
care.
That's
Ahmed's
Ahmed, the
drinking a
Liverpool
bottle of whiskey. Yeah, he
Yeah.
actually thinks Liverpool are going to win the league.
Clearly drunk right now.
Yeah, he's clearly like smashed.
Yeah.
I don't care. I'm staying loyal, man. First place Liverpool.
That's loyal.
Honestly
there's
speaking-
loyal and then there's stupid.
Alright. Now, don't say it's delusion or anything like that, but I think that Liverpool can win the league. If
No.
there's any chance
City
this
are gonna
season.
win.
To be fair, Ahmed's been saying it for the last 19 years, so let's add another year onto it.
Yeah, why not?
This
man?
year's our
Why not?
year.
Next year we'll win it.
Go on
Yeah.
then.
Right, for me,
United fans. Where are you going to finish?
United fans, Sam. What do we
I'm
think?
going to go.
Because I can't say the club that I know is going to win it.
Yeah,
I'm going to go. Realistically, I think I'd take 6th.
You'll take 6th this year.
Yeah.
Mate, honestly, 2 weeks ago I'd have taken 12. Where do I think Man U will finish, if that's the question? Top 6.
I say you'll finish 8th.
I think you've got to go top 6.
You've got to go, yeah.
We're not that bad. We're only in what we in? October?
Yeah, you got.
We're 8 games played.
So Ahmed Finchie's going to finish first.
Of
You
course.
guys are going realistically and finishing 6th. I'm going to say
I think we'll be fighting you for 6th.
7th. I think we're going to
I
finish
think
7th.
we're fighting you. I honestly do.
I'll take that.
I mean, as we
United
speak,
fans-
Wolves are in 7th. Manchester
you-
United are in 8th. So,
And what? There's
and the
only-
points difference is by 2.
Yeah, I was going to
So-
say you've lost.
In fact, you've got a way better goal difference than us right now.
Can you just show me the up-to-date table? Can you have a little look? Let's have a little look. I've got Man United. Let's have a little look at this. Man United have got 13 points. So we're at the moment with 5 points off of 4th place, which is what, 2 wins?
This is the thing. The
See, I've
season
got this
isn't destroyed.
pessimistic view about Man United. We
See,
can go
we're-
and win 3 games straight, as we said earlier on. You win 3 games, you move up.
Yeah.
Do you know what? I'll change my prediction because I don't think Arsenal will keep it up. I
No.
don't think Tottenham will keep it up.
Ooh.
I'm going Man U for 4th place. I'm changing.
That's a shout.
That's a big shout,
Mm.
to be fair.
We're only
Fair
5
enough.
points off there.
That's a good
I've
way.
got this really bad view. I'm going 4th.
Fair enough. I'm going 7th.
We'll fight Liverpool for 4th place.
That's more right.
Liverpool are definitely finishing 4th. They're going to probably finish first, 2nd, or 3rd. That's what I think.
So, all right, already within 10 minutes, you've gone from 1st to 1st, 2nd or 3rd.
No. Listen, right. If they were not to finish first, they'll be probably finishing either 2nd or 3rd. But me personally, I think it's going to be 1st. That's what
You
I'm
really
saying.
think that?
I do think Liverpool got a good chance this season. The title race is
Well,
definitely
we'll see.
between. No, listen. The title race is definitely between 3 teams, right? It's Liverpool, City, and Chelsea. That's the title race this season.
Yeah, all on 20 points.
Regardless of what's going on right now, that is the title race. So
Right,
it's
we've
out
got
of
to wrap this up
predictions.
because
Yeah.
honestly, Ahmed's finished his bottle of whiskey and we're just going to walk out. We're going to carry him home because the Liverpool fans are getting a little bit excited
Yeah.
and, you know,
They've won a
You know
couple.
how it
They've
goes.
won a couple of games, and I think that's it. We've won the
yeah,
league.
you
now,
know, they're...
Trust me, Liverpool got a good chance this season.
Well,
That's
you
what
were
I'm saying.
you were title winners in '87, so you know.
It's about time.
So that's
maybe.
predictions done. So, yeah, that's the end of the pilot podcast then.
Yeah.
Do you know
Um,
what? Lads, I enjoyed it.
All right. So
Yeah, me
it's
too.
a good discussion.
I will just say this: if you want to get in touch with us at all over anything, send us questions, anything like that, you can get at us on talkballpodcast@gmail.com.
And
So that's quite
I'm sure
professional.
we can
isn't it?
take phone-ins maybe as
Yeah.
well.
Oh,
I think
yeah,
we'll
in
be
the
up for
future.
that,
Yeah,
won't we?
yeah, exactly.
Could do phone-ins.
But yeah,
Yeah, lads,
it's been good.
it's been very good.
Yeah, it's been
Brilliant.
good. Like no punches
There's been-
thrown,
yeah,
no
there's been no
blood spilled.
fights.
Yeah.
So
Been
yeah,
a little
we're
bit of
doing all right.
tension here and there,
Yeah.
but like
Bit of
it's been
tension,
alright.
but no
Nah,
breakout.
there's
Nothing
no
that
tension.
big.
There's no tension here. It's all love.
It's
Yeah, it's all up at the
it's all
day.
just a Liverpool fan think he's going to win the
Football at
league.
the end of the day is just banter. Nothing serious about it.
Nah,
Nothing serious till you round the
football
road,
is
round the
love.
corner from
It's
the
just
stadium.
yeah, it's just a good laugh.
No,
But yeah, we've got
it's
a lot
good
to
luck,
talk about in the
boys.
next one.
Enjoyed
Oh,
it.
yeah,
We'll
we've
see
got
if the
lots.
predictions are right.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Nice.
we'll
See you
if
next
our
week.
predictions are right.
Yeah.
Right, thanks, guys.
Alright.
Yeah, lovely talking to you.
Lovely.
And
Yeah,
Joe,
it's
thank
been
you
a
very
nice
much
chat.
for
Alright.
a young man helping us in the office. That
Yeah,
was great.
cheers
Yeah,
everyone for
yeah,
listening and all
exactly.
that.
It's now time
Shout
for a
out to
cheeky little
George.
pint.
Big up, George. My G.
Yeah,
Yeah.
He knows nothing about football,
The
but he'll probably beat all our predictions.
the secret man in the corner that speaks now and then.
Yeah. We're going to have to introduce him next podcast.
Yeah, we will. Don't you worry, George.
Never. I'll stay here silent forever.